scene script. Have you ever wondered why spreadsheets and business graphics are so prevalent in the business world? Well, the answer lies in their incredible versatility and the sheer power they hold in organizing, analyzing, and communicating data. In the digital age, data has emerged as a vital resource, and spreadsheets have become the tool of choice for managing this resource efficiently. Imagine a world without spreadsheets. It would be like trying to navigate a labyrinth in the dark. Spreadsheets light the way, helping us to organize vast amounts of data in a structured manner. They offer us the ability to input, manipulate, and analyze data in a tabular format. Even complex mathematical operations are made simple with the help of formulas and functions, making spreadsheets a go-to tool for financial planning, budgeting, inventory tracking, and much more. But the power of spreadsheets doesn't end there. They also serve as a launchpad for creating business graphics, and that's where the data truly comes alive. Business graphics are visual representations of data. They transform numbers and text into charts, graphs, diagrams, and other visual elements. This visual transformation is not just about aesthetics, it's about clarity, simplicity, and speed. In a glance, we can grasp the trends, patterns, and insights that would be hard to comprehend in raw data. A well-crafted business graphic can tell a story, make a point, or guide a decision. It's a language that everyone, from interns to CEOs, can understand. In essence, spreadsheets and business graphics are a dynamic duo in the realm of data management. They work in tandem to facilitate decision-making, improve efficiency, and enhance communication within businesses. They empower us to make sense of the data-driven world we live in, making complex data more digestible and understandable. So, whether you're a seasoned data analyst or a newbie stepping into the world of data, the importance of spreadsheets and business graphics cannot be overstated. They are the compass and map that guide us through the vast landscape of data. Now that we understand the significance of these tools, let us delve into how to use them effectively. Spreadsheets are incredibly versatile, but where do we start? Well, let's dive right in and begin by understanding the basics. Imagine a spreadsheet as a large canvas divided into rows and columns. These rows and columns intersect to create cells, and each cell serves as a storage box for data. This data could be anything from numbers, text, to dates. Getting started with a spreadsheet involves entering your data into these cells. Picture yourself inputting data into an oversized ledger, where each cell corresponds to a specific piece of information. The beauty of spreadsheets is that you can enter data manually or import it from other sources. Once you have your data in place, it's time for the next step: formatting. Formatting cells isn't merely about making your spreadsheet look pretty, it's a crucial step that helps to classify your data. For instance, you can format cells to display numbers as currency, percentages, or dates. This not only makes your data more readable, but also ensures that calculations are accurate. Speaking of calculations, a significant advantage of spreadsheets is their ability to perform automatic calculations. You can create simple formulas for basic arithmetic or use built-in functions for more complex calculations. But let's keep that for another day and focus on our getting started journey. After entering and formatting your data, it's essential to save your work. Most spreadsheet programs auto-save your work as you go, but it's good practice to manually save your work periodically. This way, you won't lose your progress if your computer crashes or you accidentally close the program. In a nutshell, setting up a spreadsheet involves 3 basic steps: entering data, formatting cells, and saving your work. It may seem like a lot to take in, especially if you're a newbie. But remember, practice makes perfect. The more you work with spreadsheets, the more comfortable you will become. And that's it for getting started with spreadsheets. With our data neatly arranged, we can now move on to the most exciting part: analysis. Data analysis is not as daunting as it sounds, especially with a spreadsheet at your disposal. Spreadsheets are a powerful tool that can help you transform a sea of numbers into meaningful insights. Let's walk through the process. First, we'll start with sorting and filtering data. These 2 functions are the bread and butter of data analysis. Sorting allows us to order our data based on specific criteria, while filtering lets us hide the data we don't need and focus on what's important. Imagine having a spreadsheet filled with sales data from the past year. You could sort the data by sales volume to quickly identify your top-performing products, or filter the data to only show sales from a particular quarter. The possibilities are endless. Next, we'll delve into formulas. Formulas are like the magic spells of spreadsheets. They can perform calculations, extract data, or even manipulate text. You can use a simple addition or subtraction formula to calculate total sales, or a more complex formula like VLOOKUP to find specific data in a large data set. The beauty of formulas is that once you set them up, they do all the heavy lifting for you. Finally, let's talk about pivot tables. If sorting and filtering are the bread and butter of data analysis, then pivot tables are the gourmet meal. They allow you to summarize, analyze, and present your data in a concise and easy-to-read format. For example, you could use a pivot table to summarize sales data by product category, or to compare sales performance across different regions. And there you have it. With these simple steps, we have transformed raw data into meaningful insights. But how can we present these insights in a more visually appealing way? Stay tuned for our next segment where we dive into the world of business graphics. Imagine having to present your analysis to your team. Would they prefer a spreadsheet full of numbers or a captivating visual representation? Well, the answer is quite clear. Visuals are more engaging, more memorable, and more likely to be understood than a sea of numbers. This is where business graphics come into play. Business graphics are visual representations of data that help to communicate information in a clear and concise manner. They can take the form of charts, graphs, diagrams, and other visual elements. These tools help to present complex data in a format that's easily digestible, making it a breeze for anyone to understand the information at hand. Now, there are several types of business graphics you can use, each with its own strengths. Let's start with bar graphs. These are great for comparing quantities across different categories. They provide a clear, visual comparison that makes it easy to see which category is leading or lagging. Next, we have pie charts. These are useful for showing proportions of a whole. If you want to show how much each department contributes to the overall revenue, a pie chart would be a good choice. Then there are line graphs. These are perfect for showing trends over time. Want to see how your sales have grown over the past year? A line graph would be your best bet. And don't forget about the importance of visual aesthetics. A well-designed graphic can make your data not just understandable but also appealing. Use colors wisely to highlight important elements, maintain consistency, and keep it simple. Remember, the goal is not to dazzle with design, but to communicate effectively. Business graphics are a powerful tool in your arsenal. They can turn complex data into engaging visuals, making your analysis easier to understand and more likely to be remembered. Now that we have a basic understanding of business graphics, let us see how we can create them using our spreadsheet data. Creating business graphics with spreadsheets is easier than you might think. The first step in this process is to select the appropriate chart type that best communicates your data. For instance, pie charts are excellent for displaying proportions, while a line chart might be better for demonstrating trends over time. Once you've chosen your chart type, you'll need to input your data. If you've organized your spreadsheet well, this should be a straightforward process. Simply highlight the cells containing the data you want to represent graphically. Remember, accuracy is crucial at this stage, so take your time to ensure you've selected the right data. After inputting your data, it's time to customize the design of your chart. This is where you can really let your creativity shine. Play around with colors, fonts, and styles to make your chart as visually engaging as possible. But while aesthetics are important, don't forget about clarity. Your chart should be easy to read and understand at a glance. Once you're happy with the design of your chart, it's time to export it. This can be done in a variety of formats, such as JPEG or PDF, depending on how you plan to use it. If you're going to include it in a presentation, for example, you might want to export it as a PNG for high-quality visuals. Now, you might be thinking, well, that sounds great, but what if I need to make changes to my data? That's one of the beauties of creating business graphics with spreadsheets. Your chart is linked to your data, so if you update your spreadsheet, your chart will automatically update too. This means you can keep your business graphics current without having to recreate them every time there's a change in your data. It's a huge time saver, and it ensures that your visual representations of data are always accurate and up to date. And there you have it! With a few clicks, we have transformed our spreadsheet data into a visually appealing business graphic. We've covered a lot today, so let's quickly recap. We explored the critical role of spreadsheets in business, particularly for organizing and analyzing data. We dove into starting with spreadsheets, highlighting their tabular format for data input and manipulation. We then delved into data analysis using spreadsheets, along with their capabilities for calculations, charts, and reports. Finally, we touched on business graphics, emphasizing their importance in presenting complex data clearly. With these skills, you're well on your way to becoming a data analysis and visualization pro. Thanks for watching.